The coalition has released proposals to protect Australian farms from foreign ownership through tighter overseas investment rules. The government says such a plan would destroy economic relationships with Australia's Asian trade partners. And even some on the coalition side are calling on the opposition leader to abandon the policy. Political correspondent Tom Iggulden reports from Canberra.
From the air it looks idyllic, but on the ground there's an agrarian uprising.
Well, I'm not a redneck, but to sell land like this, that it's in its own right produces 30% of the nation's cereal, is absolutely inexcusable.
Tim Duddy's next-door neighbours sold out to Chinese buyers, like many farms in the area, and like others, he wants something done about foreign investment rules.
It's fair to say that many farmers would like to see a lower threshold than is currently in place.
And that's what Tony Abbott has given them today, sort of.
We're flagging a policy direction rather than finalising a policy outcome.
The coalition's planting the seed of an idea to give farmers a new seat on the Foreign Investment Review Board, as well as dramatically lowering the sale price at which the board gets to decide whether foreigners can buy Australian farmland.
There needs to be a sufficient level of scrutiny, I underline the word scrutiny, so that the public have got total confidence.
The Nationals have been a key driver of the policy outline, worried a tide of Chinese money set to swamp Australian farm sales.
Unfortunately, I feel Australians do not value as highly as they should our agricultural land or our food production industries.
But prominent Liberals say the coalition should put a higher value on free market economics. Coalition plans for Foreign Investment Review Board should be dumped, former Howard Government Minister Peter Reith tweeted. Pandering to populism is contrary to public interest. The government agrees.
We also agree with the National Farmers Federation, which does not support a reduction in the Foreign Investment Review Board screening threshold.
At least not yet. The NFF's still keeping its options open on the subject, but the government's accusing Tony Abbott of running with the herd.
What an irresponsible, reckless policy for the sake of trying to pick up a few votes in the bush.
And he says the opposition's plans would buck closer relationships with major trading partners.
Tony Abbott went to China and said that he would accelerate free trade agreement negotiations with China while coming back to Australia and announcing a policy that would kill those negotiations stone dead.
But it was another government minister trying to patch up a local trading relationship today after Bill Shorten's mission to buy his son Rupert a meat pie ended with the minister abusing a shopkeeper. Hot pies were sold out. Things turned sour when the shopkeeper offered to heat up a cold one in her microwave.
She did say the pie will be soft, and then she says, like Julia Gillard, I thought, I just sort of want a pie, I don't particularly want to debate the government.
The minister's crusty response was caught on CCTV. Annie Huang says he didn't mince words, telling her she'd lost his business.
He turned around here in the corner. They say F word.
Did you say the F word?
No, absolutely not.
But the minister agrees he got the wrong end of the sauce bottle with Mrs Huang's pie reply.
She was saying she likes Julia Gillard. She wasn't saying that the Prime Minister was soft like a pie.
He apologised for the misunderstanding over the phone after Mrs Huang told her story on Melbourne radio.
He doesn't probably just say to F word and you lose the business.
There is only so much I can take with this pie matter.
Colleagues had a more understanding attitude.
I've been noticed there occasionally myself, but generally not at shopkeepers.
For now, the minister's gone off his food.
I've probably had enough to do with pies this week.
Tom Iggulden, Lateline.